Mhm.
Hey, hi everyone. Hello guys, hello community. You've been asking for so long for us to get to MA on Silent Notary, and here we are. We have Nico, who is the PM of the project today here, and Mitri, who is responsible for business development. Hi guys.
Hi community. Hi Natasha. Nice to meet you again.
We have a lot of questions. Most of them are repeatable, but anyway, we're here to reply to them. Let's jump right into it. So the first question is, there are many messages coming from Ubix GitHub scanner related to Silent Notary stating that Ubix repository's activity has been detected, and the community would like to know how much time do you estimate it will take to complete the SAM programming before it can get listed in Top Exchange? And the following question is it also possible to know an estimate of how many transactions and authorizations will be recorded in the CM blockchain in the next 3, 6, or 12 months by ESAN partners?
Nico, you can start, I think, with this question.
Okay. Development activity is not always associated with exchange listing. Right now, the biggest activity is related to the launch of the Notary Form Builder that allow users and companies to maintain register of the data sets they need without the participation of developers. For example, you can create a register of your company's contracts or keep a register of products, jewelry, personalized or limited edition items. In Italy, we wanted to update before this AMA, and as often happens, had to fix some security problems. Therefore, an update can be expected of the next 2 weeks after this AMA.
Yeah, approximately. And regarding the other parts of question, as for entering exchanges, there is a separate parallel thing. The specifics are such that each exchange puts forward its own requirements, and it's not always possible to clearly predict the release dates, but this work is underway. And regarding the number of transactions, very interesting question. For example, if we take the numbers that we discussed with tested web integration, they asked us to prepare the infrastructure for a large number of requests, about 200 to 250 notarizations, 1,000 notarizations per month. When planning the integration with Longia, for example, numbers were announced from several thousand notarizations per day.
When will UBSN be integrated into UBStake?
We expect the launch of all ecosystem tokens support, including UBSN, by the end of May. We update the account, mod improvement, fixed bugs, and are also updating the site for new functionality.
How can Dogecoin and other rubbish coins continue to get listed easily? And what is Ubix team doing to get UBSN and Ubix on more good exchanges?
The exchange listing process is not always transparent, and we see basically only the result. The token is on the exchange. What conditions different tokens had and how they adhere to them is not completely public information. I know for sure that they are very fond of hypes. And this unfortunately is in front of the functionality of the tokens. And as for Doge, it repeatedly falling into different hypes connected with Elon Musk support, of course. As we said before, we are making steps to bring the listing time closer on a daily basis.
Why don't the team partner with other cryptos to help further extend awareness of silent notary? Maybe there are some opportunities that we can pursue.
Unfortunately, Max was unable to get to our conversation day. So I will only say that I see myself. We constantly receive his request to prepare an offer for various companies with which he is in negotiations. We do our best to process them promptly.
And as an example, I can add that we made recently negotiations with a major insurance player in the United States, and came to the conclusion that due to big bureaucracy in this market, it's unrealistic for us to get there with our project. Sometimes it happens.
And what are the marketing team and Max doing to attract new businesses to use silent notary or the wider ecosystem? Feels like activity has stalled and we are about to enter a Boomwork.
The work is in full swing. As said, Nico, Max very often sends us new companies to communicate with. We have finished with tested web. Now we are finishing the integration of the sound metric, music analytics, and protection service. You will find out the details very soon. We have started integration again with the acceleration group, and we are waiting for Longia in its turn. Negotiations are also underway in the digital catalog of jewelry, and we connect the register of digital diplomas for the e-learning service. As soon as the negotiations are successful for the agreement and of intent will be signed, we will definitely be able to talk about these things.
Yeah, well, I have to add here that you know, guys, the project and the product is innovative, and we communicate with so many different companies and so many different industries, but there are two different difficulties. Yeah. So the first one is not many companies do realize that blockchain is the future, and it can help a lot of companies in a lot of ways. And the other thing is that our product needs to be updated. It needs to be redeveloped for integration with other services. And it takes a lot of time. You need to understand that. So that's why we don't have that many partners. It's not a universal thing that can be used everywhere. No, it's not working this way. So there is a lot of development on each project. You have to realize that.
Yeah,
right.
You're right.
Yeah, I think you agree, guys. The next question is, what is happening with Longia? So I informed you about the earthquake and that it affected the company. And also, guys, they are changing the CEO of the company. It's not something we can help with or well, I mean, we cannot, we don't have any power over it. So the company is in this stage when they're just a little busy with their stuff, but
yeah, they are fixing some moments inside their company, and they intend to return to integration in the near future, I think a month or two. We are waiting.
We're in connection with the guys,
but
it takes time also, so you have to be a little more patient. They have to be a little more patient. What's happening with acceleration group is another question that is very often coming up in our community.
I know, you know, they were very busy for a long time and did a tremendous job on the implementation of its own internal engine and functionality accordingly. So we were on standby, we were waiting. and the integration process has already started. Now we are studying their personal account functionality, all the documentation. We are drawing block diagrams for the integration of Silent Notary to their business process. I think that technical integration will take about 2-3 months. When we announced about its integration, they didn't have a good product. Now we saw just very satisfying things in their application.
Do you have any transactions showing evidence of tested web using Silent Notary on their platform? And if we have those, can we share them?
I can tell that we see incoming notarization request from the tested web service every day. You can see review on their website. There for a long time next to review, there is a notarization certificate from the Silent Notary services.
Will tested web keep using Silent Notary once the grant ends?
Sure, we have a long time with these guys from the negotiations to the integration stage, and tested web has integrated Silent Notary as an additional layer of security, and it can be said that we are a small part of a company that has a real chance to gain to grow into a big value product.
Hey, great. Thank you very much for answering these questions. So far, we don't have any more questions coming from the guys. But guys, if you still have any questions to Silent Notary, you're free to ask them in the community, and they will be addressed to our admins, and admins will forward it to our guys, and we can reply if they are not able to reply themselves. But normally, admins are the ones who are replying to those questions. Thank you very much for joining us today. Thank you guys
Tasha,
for joining this AMA. I think we need to do it more often. Do you think maybe once per 3 months or something? Okay, I wish you a great end of the day, and I wish you all a very great weekend. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Tasha.
Okay, bye.